Hi, this is Dean Hanley. Thanks for joining me. Finding and trading truthful, transparent, and profitable trade rooms within the global futures industry. We're going to start at 50,000 feet and drill our way down to these global trade titans and help you understand how I found these rooms and what was the criteria I used to select them. So here we go. This lecture will go over my educational background, my training background, the industry itself, again, the big picture, what decisions, what criteria I use to select these 13 trade titans, and basically, how do you use this information? So what? So here we go. My background is in science. I did fellowships at Columbia and Yale. I published a lot. I patented Clarinix. I helped patent Lunesta for insomnia. I patented Cymbalta for obstructive sleep apnea. I got an MBA in Boston University in cyber marketing, which is designed to get you to buy, purchase, consume, and spend. I went on to law school and got a law degree. I'm working on my master's in information technology. The take-home message here, none of this was applicable to trading. Not one particle of useful knowledge. To underscore that, I bought 2 packages that unilaterally failed me pretty much as soon as I took them out of the box. They cost a lot of money. I ruined 2 accounts. I was not alone. A large number of us retail traders fail. We're considered human ATMs. There are 10 most common reasons for failure. In fact, 10 is the most common number of reasons for failure. We lack a plan. We lack money management. We lack a strategy. But when I bought these packages, they had plans and money management and strategy. They had all of it. In business school, graduate school, law school, if the vast majority of students fail, it is the teacher's fault, not the student's fault. So none of these reasons seem to say you bought junk. You know, this education is worthless. It seemed that they should have said that, but basically they didn't. So I went on to begin an evaluation of the industry using, just paying attention to them. And I found out it is massive but not defined. It's certainly growing and not regulated. These are difficult for us. So I had to use prospective empirical evaluation. What does that mean? I looked at the rooms. I took hundreds of free trials, 4 a day. Unworthy rooms taught me what to avoid. Worthy rooms I paid attention to. I spent more time with them. I developed into a talent scout. I had to use accounting, ethics and compliance weren't far behind, all to answer this question. What is a good room? How do I find a good room? Where is a good room? Not so easy to answer. This is what my computer looked like every day, 4 different rooms. After a couple, 2-3 days, I switched over. After a couple, 2-3 more days, I switched over again. At the end of several months, I'd seen hundreds of rooms. At the end of 6 years, I'd seen them all. I published along the way in Stocks and Commodities a paper on identifying the futures trade rooms, successful ones. Trader Planet, 4 papers, each one looking at methods to improve your success as a retail trader. Market Clips was very supportive of my writings. I published a fair number of papers that looked at methods or strategies or techniques to improve your success as a retail trader, things that you could do to help yourself be better. Not room specific, by the way. I also published papers on things to consider avoiding. Rooms to consider avoiding. Rooms that I found that when I was there did not increase my success as a retail trader. Futures Truth has been also supportive. I thank them for that. I published a paper looking at bears and bulls and pigs and how to increase your profitability per trade. How to separate precious profits from pandemic failure. Considering trading human versus robot or silicon versus carbon. There are 800 rooms, human-run rooms, and over 600 robots programs. So it's a big decision to separate them out. Certainly tipping the odds in your favor. How to increase your success as a retail trader. Why not? And what I originally identified as trade giants, rooms that traded truthfully, transparently, and profitably, I later renamed as trade titans. In January of this year, I did a paper. There were 667 global futures trade rooms. A few months ago, that number was up to 722. I published a paper, Finding the Midas Touch. That's growing to 763 and now at 811. This year alone, 144 new rooms. If you spent one day, just one day in each room, you'd be almost 90 rooms behind. It's hard to keep up. What are my findings on the industry so far? Well, you need to put on a special set of goggles to come with me and look at this, because when you put these on, the first thing you will see is that the vast majority of futures rooms are sales rooms. All vendor, no trader. They sell various things. They have well-developed methods of cyber marketing. And what does cyber marketing do? It gets you to buy, purchase, consume, and spend. What's the number one asset they use for cyber marketing? Wisdom, knowledge, experience, professional background. They portray it this way. Universities, academies, institutes, and schools. I've graduated from all those kinds of places, but these are not real. These are not accredited. They don't have a faculty. They don't offer a degree. I'm sure they're smart. I'm sure they're very wise, but they are not universities. Since I did the lecture, we have three new academies, one institute, and a new university. Well, there we go. Not so much. Another way that they market themselves through sophistication. These sites, and I picked them at random by the way, all talk about high probability. Targets, stops, setups, strategies, evaluations. These are not real. Why? They have not measured probability. Let me point out to you that probability has to be measured. I don't think they have any idea what a p-value is. They don't even talk about p-values. Wealth. Wealth is a way of marketing. Nothing speaks to wealth better than numbers. The Dow Scalper has $18,367.94 in 21 days, right down to the penny. These sites speak to wealth, winning, percent winning. Ex-linebacker makes $70,183.54. How about that? Average people making $46,000. Market tips, 100% live market calls, 95% sure shots, 97% sure shots, 99% sure shots. Yeah, I don't think so. Why not? These fall under the term of puffery. These statements, as true as they might have been at one time, don't apply to you, not now. No reasonable person, anyone out of diapers that is, should take literally. These puff up their example, but they don't apply to you and me. We have to set them aside. Wealth is also conveyed by water, and waterfront does it no better. So we look at the Day Trading Academy, right on the water. Lakefront, right on the water. Structural trading, right on the water. Traders Grail, they have you on the dock. You could quit your job. I like that. Street smart traders. Ooh, they're on the beach. I just love the beach. How about this? Oil Trading Academy, Samurai Trading Academy, right on the water's edge. Does that apply to you? No. New Rich Lazy Trader. Do you think he has enough gold bullions on his home page? Should he put more on? Not really. The power of absolutes. Let's take a look. Simply the best. And, ooh, they're an academy, no less. Bullseye. Home of the world's best trading. I guess world should be plural possessive and best should be capitalized. Well, they're the best anyway. Who cares? Best live trading guidance. I like that. Best trading strategies revealed. Yeah, not so much. Sorry. Here's another way absolutes are used. The power of absolutes. Never lost trading. Zach's got it. No way to fail. And Anna, oh, her pink is competing with mine. Most profitable. Never lost. No way to fail. Most profitable. Image speaks to success. It's used in marketing all the time. Sterling profits. Young man, well-dressed, at work, feet on his desk, not a care in the world, smoking. All right. Big Boys Finance. Any image there? Well, if not, let's try this. Georgia Anderson, do you think she needs that swimsuit? Futures Trader 71, shaken not stirred with a bondwoman. That's applicable. FOB.com has a new app right between the two young ladies. Virgin Traders. Do you see any image here? Pay attention now. Floppy disk. Who uses floppy disk drives? The supernatural. We don't have this in science and medicine, but it's alive and well in futures trading. The James 16 group has a new video for people like me, first-time visitors. And what did I tell you? In the video, it says, I just watched it, and in short, my reaction in short is, Holy Mother of God, that's unbelievable. It was not mine, by the way. Another one said, it's literally been my salvation from trader's hell. Yeah, maybe not so much. Trading Faith trades with God's rhythm. Alpha Wave trades with God's vision. Ghost Traders, who do you think they trade with? Breakout Box, the crystal ball. I just love crystal balls, don't you? The E-Mini Wizard, they have the secret code of the Illuminati. No, not so much. Not really. Not in trading. And by the way, Dorothy Slippers, X-ray vision glasses, all-seeing eye, tarot cards, Ouija boards, magic wands, and the ring don't work in futures trading. So what does? How do I decide? What do I look for? First, foremost, do they have a track record? Number of trades, contracts per trade, profit loss per trade. These are the rooms that begin with A's, just A's, that don't have a track record. This is just the A's. It needs to be continuous, current, day by day, week by month by year. It needs to be truthful. How do you know if it's truthful? Well, you sit in the room and pay attention. You see what they say, you see what they post, you see if they match. If they do, they're truthful. Track records always speak to accountability. They speak to reliability, but a track record is not these things. Student records, raving testimonies, a few good days, a few good weeks. Trades posted as winning or losing, that's useless. Trades posted as hitting target 1 or 2, useless. This is a track record, it's useless. I don't know how many trades, how many contracts were taken at all. We all see this disclaimer that the past doesn't predict the future, but the past is 100% predictive of the past. Track records are 100% indicative of what happened in the past. That's why they're valid. Secondly, do they make some money? $50,000 a year, 3 contracts a trade. Why 50? So many rooms speak to earning wealth, making money, be successful, have an independent income. But when you ask them how much is that, they do not know. So I threw the dart, stuck the tail on a donkey and said, let's make $50,000 a year because it's the median salary in the United States. It's a reasonable amount of money to make. Why 3 contracts? Mathematically speaking, you cannot make $50,000 a year on 1 contract in any room that I have seen. You can barely do it on 2. 3 is more useful. And you can wait, right? $50,000 a year on a $12.50 contract is the same thing as $20K a year on 5 or $40K a year on 10. You can wait it. So let's drill down on this $50K. $50,000 a year, $1,000 a week, $200 net a day in your pocket, correct? If a room takes 1,000 trades a year, and you can adjust this as you see fit, it would be about 20 trades a week, 4 trades a day. We know each trade's at 3 contracts a trade, so it's 12 contracts. $5 round trip, it's going to cost us $60 to execute those trades. We'll throw in some slippage, and we're in the gross $300 a day. Gross. Divided by the 12 contracts that were used in the trade, and you come up with a gross of $25 per contract per trade. This is the minimum. The minimum you can make on every trade for the next 1,000 trades to gross $300 a day, $200 a net, to put $50,000 in your pocket. This is what it breaks down to. Let's look at a track record. Changes trading system. I looked at this. I'll give you the results. They have a track record for the entire year 2014. We're going to look at January. Here it is, the entire month. They netted $17,000. Not bad. Sorry, grossed $17,000. Let's look at it in detail. Let's just take one day, January 2nd. And by the way, there are 16 trades in January 2nd. This is the first half. I cut the track record in half and wrapped it around the next 16. When you look at the legend, here's what they say. 9 of these trades were at 5 contracts a trade. Not 3, 5. And 3 of them were at 25 contracts a trade. 25. Whoa, that's a lot of contracts. Now, for this day, they grossed 1885, right? 1887, whatever. At $120 per contract means they grossed $15.72 a contract. Very, very slim profits. Remember, we're saying 25 was the minimum? Any slippage and the trades will be negative. This is what we call the penny trap. You are virtually making no money, and you're doing it at 5 or 25 contracts a trade, not 3. This is not fair. We don't like this. Do they show the trades in real time? This is a big one. This is the most demanding, most difficult expectation for a head trader. They can tell you their trade, they can type it, they can say it, they can show it on a price chart or a DOM. It needs to be understood. It needs to be replicated in real time. You need to see the entries, the targets, and stops. You need to be able to replicate the trade, so it needs to be clearly stated. You need to see it. These are not real trades. Blink and you miss it trades. Or traders who run back in the room and say, who saw that setup 2 minutes ago? Trades that are called by gongs or wave files or any indirect communication like buy this or surrogates. They don't tell you what the head trader is doing. They tell you what to do. They're sort of instructions. So if you ask for a track record, you ask to make some money, and you ask to see trades in real time, you go from 811 down to 13, which I identified as trade titans. Rooms that trade truthful, transparently, and profitably. And here they are. How do these rooms help you to succeed? Well, first of all, they're in the 99th percentile performance. Making 50K a year is a big deal. Hard to do. They're nice rooms. They're a lot of fun to be in. They are very friendly. They trade and teach together. And so you can ask some fundamental questions. Do they trade what I trade? Do they trade when I trade? Will they teach me as I go along? What are they costs and how are the costs structured? For example, if you're a morning trader, these rooms trade in the morning. If you are an all-day trader, these rooms trade all day. Now, obviously, all-day trading rooms trade in the morning as well, but they trade all day. If you trade overnight, this room trades overnight. They trade virtually every index that you can, including the exotics such as oil, gold, and silver, and the Z indices, ZB, ZN, and so on. I've given them the Trade Titan Award to distinguish them, and they can be found as a collective group on globaltradetitans.com, which is a website that is a work in progress being built as I speak. So, what? How can you use this information? Well, first of all, go look at these guys. Check them out. Check them out. Why? Because they are your first best chance at profitability. You can read up on the papers I have in the library. They're free. You can request a listing. And why would you request a listing? It is dynamic. The rooms are growing very slowly, I admit, only maybe 1 out of every 80 or 90 rooms. I'm looking at Trading Mission now. I like what I see. I'm looking at another private room. I like what I see. Sign up. Take a trial. Go see what they do. Can you understand what they do? Can you replicate what they do? Do you like what you see? If you trade as they trade, you ought to profit as they profit. If not, find out why not. Don't quit. Find out why not. You can consider a monthly or permanent membership. Why? Because this is the way you should inspect rooms. This is the logical way to start with rooms in this manner. You have any questions, you can email me. So let's conclude then. I want to thank you. I want to acknowledge and disclose the following. I haven't solicited or received a single penny from these rooms in the last 6.4 years. They haven't paid me a thing. My observations and my opinions and my best understandings are my own. They're not monetized. My recommendations are not monetized. I offer consultation on these 13 rooms and any other ones, actually, if you want to, on how to customize, how to increase best targets, trailing stop versus fixed targets, how to control for the time of day, which we call diurnal circadian rhythm, the day of the week, diurnal rhythms, diurnal variations, and the type of trade, long versus short. Why? Because Mother Nature, Father Time, and catastrophic failure do not communicate to each other. My recent papers, as I mentioned, are published and in the library. One in Futures Truth, The Midas Touch. One in Trader Planet, The Parahesic Truth, The Absolute Truth. And a second one in Trader Planet, Using Pullback to Amplify Profitability. They're all here. My pleasure to speak with you. Thank you very much. Take care.